Unfortunately, history is littered with genocides, and as technology advanced, so did our ability to kill one another in large numbers. Technology is not the only way to killing millions of people. Some of history's most destructive leaders use weapons that are considered outdated today. Regardless, many military and political leaders, whether tyrants or lawfully elected politicians, are directly or indirectly responsible for the murder of millions of people. While not all statistics are completely reliable, these leaders are among the deadliest in history. Ismail Enver Pasha 2.85 million. While his name is unfamiliar to people outside of history classrooms, Ismail Enver Pasha was a key military architect of the Ottoman Empire during World War I. Following Archduke Franz Ferdinand's assassination, the Ottomans and their allies joined together to wage the so-called Great War, which claimed the lives of approximately 40 million people. Pasha was responsible for around 3 million of them. Pasha was one-third of the Ottoman authoritarian trio known as the Three Pashas, and he was the de facto commander-in-chief. Pasha orchestrated the Late Ottoman genocides, which killed up to 1.8 million Armenians, 300,000 Assyrians, and 750,000 Greeks. The Ottoman genocide of these three communities occurred between 1915 and 1923. The Ottoman genocides targeted Christian minorities throughout the empire using a variety of techniques. Many people were forced to join death marches, which resulted in deaths from sickness, malnutrition, and direct action. History has turned a blind eye to genocides as a result of the overarching struggle of World War I, but they have recently come into greater emphasis in the 21st century. Yahya Khan 3 million. Yahya Khan was Pakistan's third president from 1969 to 1971 after previously serving as the army's commander-in-chief. Khan was the primary architect of the 1971 Bangladesh genocide, although he did not carry it out alone. The genocide claimed the lives of around 3 million Bengals residing in East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh. The struggle came from a continuing campaign for Bengali independence, which Khan fiercely opposed. The Bangladesh genocide lasted from March to December 1971, following Pakistan's large-scale military buildup. The Pakistani army and pro-Pakistani militias slaughtered, raped, and brutalized an undetermined number of individuals, with estimates ranging from 500,000 to 3 million in total. Pakistan particularly targeted Hindus, and Khan bears full responsibility. On February 22, 1971, he famously declared, "Kill 3 million of them, and the rest will eat out of our hands." At the end of the conflict, tens of millions were displaced. Bangladesh was created, Pakistan surrendered to India, and Khan was kept under house arrest until 1979. Hideki Tojo 4 million. Years before World War II erupted in Europe, Japan attacked a number of countries, including China, Korea, the Philippines, and Manchuria, where the Imperial Japanese Army carried out a campaign of merciless murder as it grabbed control of continental Asia. Hideki Tojo was primarily responsible for this, having served as General and Chief of Staff of the Kwantan Army before rising to become Prime Minister of Japan from 1941 to 1944. As Prime Minister, Tojo advocated for a preemptive strike on the United States, and we all know how that worked out. In Asia, Hitler led his forces across civilian territory, executing people in what became known as the Asian Holocaust. During this time, Japanese forces launched biological and chemical attacks, forced residents into sexual slavery, and slaughtered others. By the end of the war, Tojo's activities had killed around 4 million people, and he had paid for his crimes. Tojo was prosecuted with and convicted of war crimes after the war, and he was executed as a result. George W. Bush 4.6 million. Terrorists launched an attack just 8 months into George W. Bush's first term as President of the United States. On September 11, 2001, Al-Qaeda launched a concerted terrorist attack that destroyed major buildings and killed approximately 3,000 Americans. Bush responded as many U.S. presidents do, with full military power, resulting in two of the country's most lengthy conflicts. The so-called global war on terror largely targeted two countries, Afghanistan and Iraq, resulting in Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom, respectively. For 2 decades, those two conflicts waged in varied degrees of American and NATO commitment with a massive human toll. The global war on terror is estimated to have killed 4.6 million people, either directly or indirectly. While the battles would not have occurred if Al-Qaeda had not attacked on 9/11, U.S. military intervention, while calculated, resulted in millions of fatalities. Military activity claimed lives, wreaking havoc on the environment, medicine, and economy. Three succeeding presidents joined Bush's war, thus a large number of individuals participated.